Old friends have deep bonds, but few go deeper than this.
We try and catch up at least 3 times a year, but we're on the phone probably every couple of weeks.
It's a bit of a drive, but Leanne Bippis and David Jelly have been catching up for nearly 20 years. Their friendship began 19 years ago in a Melbourne hospital ward, when they woke up in adjoining beds having just received the kidneys of the same donor.
I have the right kidney and he has the left kidney. I walked out with a lifelong friend.
Oh, it's very good. If I'm having a bit of a down day, I can ring her up and and see what's happening, and sometimes just compare results.
They're so close, Leanne is godmother to David's daughters. Back when they received their kidneys, Australia had one of the lowest rates of organ donation in the Western world. In 2009, there was a big change to the system. People applying for or renewing their driver's licences would no longer be asked if they wanted to become an organ donor. It was intended to help lift numbers.
It was really due to the consent system at the time and concerns that maybe people weren't making an informed decision.
But it failed. Registrations stayed flat. The only state that kept organ donor registration in the licensing system was South Australia, where registrations have gone up a lot. While Victoria is stuck at just 22% of the population registered as organ donors, South Australia has nearly 73%.
There is no doubt, looking at the data out of South Australia, that having driver's licences is a way to increase registration in Australia. So we have actually recommended that all jurisdictions return to having driver's licences as an option to register in Australia.
So too does Transplant Australia, the charity that supports donors, recipients and their families. And recipients like Leanne and David are definitely in favour of putting it back.
It's actually quite sad, because if someone hadn't made that decision, if a family didn't know their loved one's final wish, I wouldn't be here.
According to a survey by the ABC last year, 4 out of 5 Australians say they'd be happy to be an organ donor, yet only around 30% of us are signed up. So why hasn't a decision been made to put it back onto driver's licences?
I think there is support out there, but it's exceptionally complex to do. We would need all states and territories to agree, and that's across many levels, because it's not just the health ministers but also the road ministers.
Most state governments contacted by the ABC say they're open to the change.
It needs to be put back on the licences where they can tick it and where they can say, yep, I'm gonna do it.
We've had it, we've done it, it worked. I don't understand why they ever took it off.
Roseanne Maloney, ABC News.